What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Roshi Podcast. Listen, there's some real strange things happening, and honestly, before there was a lot of stuff going on to where people were speculating once Gucci Mane, right? Because that's who we talking about here today. Once Gucci Mane came out of the prison system, right, that something was a bit off. Some things were a bit weird about him that wasn't the same as it was once he went in. We're going to dive deep into that and more right here, right now on a War Sheet podcast, where we believe that light creates understanding. Understanding creates love. Love creates patience, and that patience will create unity. So let's get unified in the spirit, y'all.
Is the sheep teaching hate when he says, I'm not going to let the wolf eat me anymore? If the wolf comes in here, next time he comes in here, I'll do whatever I have to do to keep him off my back. Is the sheep violent or is the wolf violent? He wasn't teaching hate, he was teaching common sense. You know, somebody's knocking you over the head, stop them. Do whatever you have to do to stop them. You know, the ones that were knocking him over the head were afraid of it, of the fact that he might swing back. So they said, no, he's teaching hate, he's violent.
All right, listen, y'all. There's been some really weird stuff going on in the industry, and we all know that the industry as a whole, there's something very satanic about it. Now, there's a whole movement of not only what's this thing called Santeria, but also other practices, right, of worshiping other deities, other mighty ones, other false gods. You understand what I'm saying? Let's dive deep into something that's taking place here, and honestly, it's starting to really surface itself. It's really starting to reveal and expose itself for what it truly is. I mean, is Gucci Mane's wife, is she his handler? Is she somebody who is literally the handler of Gucci Mane, right? To where he could be under some sort of MK Ultra mind control spell. Let's dive deep into this thing real quick. And let's listen in as to what took place here over on the Breakfast Club. You know, that really bizarre interview. You understand what I'm saying? That got everybody questioning the truth. Okay, let's dive into it and let's listen in as to what took place.
After each word, and I'm like, you're going through an episode, you're sick. No, I'm not. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Why do you think that? You're not speaking to me. Well, there's nothing to talk about. I said, well, that's not how you speak to your wife. And I'm like, you're sick. And we snap out of it right then.
Wow.
So I said, Gucci, you just have to
Now, this is a video compilation that was done by Lovely T. You guys go check her out over her YouTube channel, Lovely T. She does a great job with peeling back some of the layers of the truth, not only doing spiritual deep dives into topics like this, but also video compilations and things like that she likes to take a look into. So let's listen in. Let's continue on, right? She just said that, of course, you're sick. Something's wrong with you. And my thing is this, right? We know in the Bible, in the scriptures, it says that there's power of life and death in the tongue, that the power of life and death is within the tongue. So when you speak things, right, you can literally put that over somebody's life. When that individual comes in alignment with what you're saying to them, then they start to truly believe it. It manifests itself into reality. You got to understand that this is a tactic that's used by many people who want to manipulate your mind, who want to manipulate you under some sort of psychosis or control. Let's continue to listen as to what took place.
accept that you're not well and fix it. Just accept it. I said, people take Tylenol every day. Just take your medication
Now, this is a still image just for copyright purposes, y'all.
every day. You'll be fine. Just accept that you're sick. Fix it.
Almost made me cry too.
That
I ain't
damn
gonna lie.
book almost
That book
put him in
made
an
me cry.
episode.
My autobiography almost made me cry, and this book almost made me cry.
Not almost made him cry. That book was putting him through an episode that I called. Actually, this was my idea. I was like, you need to do a movie called Episodes and let people know what's going on. I said, I can tell you everything you've done through your episodes because he doesn't remember. And I was telling him how to make the movie. And that's how
That's how we started with the book, because she told me to make a movie.
Let me say this, y'all. It's never a good sign when a woman is like taking full credit for certain things, right? And she wants to assume credit for things rather than allowing another individual's lips to praise her. When she steps in and starts to take full credit for certain things, then guess what? You've met somebody who is like one of those type of people who will manipulate a situation to get it to go her way or to get it to go in her direction. You got to understand, like they all come in different packages. They look differently. They don't all look the same. Sometimes they may look attractive or meek, but these individuals are ones who are willing to manipulate the situation regardless, because they want the spotlight. They want to be seen. Even her coming on this interview with Gucci Mane and how he's so silent, right? And he's not saying a word. Her time and her opportunity and her moment to shine. Let's continue to listen in.
Moving.
The lean is in juice bottles.
Yeah, we switch it
he's
up.
not allowed to drink around me.
I switch it up, so I put it in. I put it in juices.
What if I was to drink it?
You don't drink juice.
I only drink water. He wouldn't have been the same. He needed someone to help him. And then when we were supposed to get married, someone said to me, you know, you're going to have to deal with this through your marriage, right? And I'm like, I'm cool with it. I'm going to fix him. You know.
Explain it. It's hard for me to put it in words. You know what I'm saying?
Him being Gucci Mane without me, no one helped him. So that was the problem. No one took the time to like, damn dog, something is really wrong with you.
Yeah.
That's how I came in after all of that. Like, you need help. Let's
And I'm
fix
telling
this. He's very dangerous. So y'all listen, please leave him alone. Because the Mad Max is still in the head.
Yeah, to deal with those of us with mental health issues don't tell
It's
their
harder.
stories enough.
Yeah.
I think it's harder being me than him going through an episode. He takes very good care of me. I'm not in need or want for anything, but I have to take care of him first because he has mental health issues. I don't.
She says,
Now, here's the thing, y'all. If you were to go to take a look at this interview over there at the Breakfast Club, you would notice the level of control, of manipulation that's coming from her. That's coming from her and her spirit, her aura, her energy, almost as though she's got him under some sort of psychosis or some sort of spell, right? And my thing is this: when you are the type of individual who's heavily medicated, right, and you're being controlled, and we've known for many years now, right, that individuals have come out and said that there are handlers within the music industry, within the rap industry, whatever it may be, for these famous people who step out of line and who they need to get back in line, who they need to gain control over their influence. And so they paired them up with handlers, people who can be able to control them, manipulate them, and be sure that they're stayed or they're kept under this level of psyop or psychosis or hypnotism. You understand what I'm saying? I'm using those phrases because it's important to get you to understand, right? That sometimes it doesn't go as deep as complete mind wash. And sometimes it goes as deep as to somebody who's able to influence them on a level to where they don't want to lose the person. A psyop, right? To be enticed into certain things. You get what I'm saying? And it's not always just a manipulation and mind control of not only drugs and you know, but in this case, it's drugs and all these other things. You can definitely lump them all. You can bring them all and lump them all into one and say that he's definitely influenced by her. I believe he finds her to be very attractive, of course. And honestly, it would go and do anything in order to appease her or please her, right? Now, the crazy part about this is that Nicki Minaj had weighed in on the situation, had weighed in on the interview, had weighed in on it, and actually talked about the situation and the circumstances, right? Not only how she behaved and how she was speaking around him, right? And full control. Honestly, tell you the truth, it's a little too aggressive and it's a little too authoritative, right? Telling this man, of course, that he's too weak, things like that. We're going to hear what she has to say as well. But my thing is that you got to know that when you're peering into a man as a woman, as a black woman, as a woman of color, a melanated woman, you don't speak death into your man, right? You don't speak death into him. You don't say that he's too weak and he's weak without you, or he's too weak and you're strong, right? You don't say things like that to him to tear him down, right? In the Bible, of course, it says that a wise woman will build her house, but a foolish woman will pluck it down with her hands. A lot of times, women, y'all do it with your mouths. Y'all pluck down your house with your mouth, right? But this is also a way to control this individual through self-esteem, right? Through self-esteem, breaking down the self-esteem and saying that I am your self-esteem. Let's take a listen as to what's next here, y'all. Let's take a listen.
she's telling him flat out, you're sick. And then she says she does this and he snaps out of it. Well, that's not how schizophrenia or bipolarism works. So when you're talking about snapping and, words have intentions, it's giving a lot deeper if you're looking at this with your spiritual eye. He said the book almost made me cry. She reconfirms, no, the book almost gave you an episode. So
Yeah.
again, reconfirming the negative. And then on top of that, she's trying to take credit for it now that, the book was her idea. And also notice Gucci Mane's disposition and the fact that he's wearing dark shades. Remember, your eyes are the window to the soul. He has on dark shades too. So you guys heard how she says he has mental health.
Now, I wore dark shades because, well, they're right here. So I want to clarify it. But, of course, I switched to a lighter tint, but I wore dark shades because it helped with the UV blue light, and these just so happen to have them on there. And I'm like, okay, well, let me wear. It's not because of somebody's being possessed or, sometimes you wish to just switch up your look a little bit, see how the dark shade looks. You feel me? And I really do enjoy the glasses, but they also are blue ray protected. You know what I mean? So it's like I can be able to look at the screen and all that good stuff and be fine. Now, could this be Gucci Mane's also thing is to where he just wants to be sure that he's protecting his eyes or from lights, from highlights, things like that, fluorescent lights? Absolutely. It could definitely be that, right? Or it could be exactly what she's saying. Eyes are the window to the soul, and he don't want people to actually see his soul. Hey, I mean, my thing is this, right? Is it could be either one of those, but they are nice. They are nice. They do look nice, don't they? Some people would say it's given. What's that guy's name? I don't know. I forgot the guy's name, but I'm not no religious cult leader. I'm just a guy with a podcast. You understand what I'm saying? Let's continue, though. Let's continue.
Health issues. She doesn't, and she's stronger than him. She also said that she tried to reach out to Kim when Kanye West was going through his bipolar episode. She wanted to, she tried to have friends reach out to Kim because she doesn't know Kim personally. And she tends to shout out the Kardashians a lot. They seem to be some type of litmus test for her. Even when she did the interview with Carlos King, she was saying that she was a billionaire. She was on the same level as the Kardashians. So I thought that was weird that once again she brought up Kim Kardashian in this Breakfast Club interview. So I'm going to play for you guys both the Carlos King interviews, one where she's talking about being a billionaire, and the other one is about how she used to bathe Gucci when he first got out of jail.
You low-key have $1 billion business.
I do.
You don't talk about that.
Because I'm up there with the Kardashians. Way up.
Is that the reason why?
Now, if you pay attention, right, go check out that interview with Breakfast Club. She mentions like Lovely T said, she mentioned Kim Kardashian and Kanye and their situation, and she has this. It seems to have this sort of a session with Kim and her family, right? I believe that she probably wants to be friends with them or wants to have them on the call list or something. I don't know, but she has this sort of obsession with those individuals. And even comparing herself to the likes of Kim Kardashian, right? Which is very interesting to me. But let's continue.
When you look at the multiple businesses you have, the way
you gotta understand how to identify women who just are looking out for success, right? Who just wants to build themselves up in success. I'm sure that if Gucci Mane was having these issues, that and he was broke, and he was not a known individual. He wasn't famous. He was broke, dusty and broke. She wouldn't be with him. She wouldn't be with him at all. It's because she has full control. She's his handler, and he has some money. He has some wealth, and he has notice, status, notoriety. You understand what I'm saying, right? One of the pillars in the rap community. You understand what I mean? He's definitely made himself his own reputation. So that's her whole anchor. She wouldn't dock. She wouldn't anchor if he was not who he was. Let's continue.
Came out with a new waist trainer,
the contour,
the cosmetics line. Is that the reason why you haven't done things to where like most people have the billboards?
I don't want to.
You don't want to do any of those things.
I don't want to do Forbes because
you don't?
No, I wanted to. But first of all, they're not going to give me the credit I deserve. They're going to think it's fake. because I'm up there with the Kardashians, way up. And I don't want any people on me like, damn, this bitch really rich. I don't want it. I don't want it. I just want to keep it how it is and just live my beautiful life with my kids and my husband and that's it.
When did you come to that realization that, okay, I wanted this at one point. I wanted the accolades. I wanted the world to know, like, I have, you low key, I'm not going to count your money or your pockets, but I know you. And I want the world to know this, and I'm going to tell them how you changed my career. You own 100%.
Yes.
And your overhead is low.
Very low.
And by overhead, I mean the expenses of having a staff.
My business and my home.
Because of that, you low-key have $1 billion business.
I do.
You don't talk about that.
And I don't want nobody to be in my business. I don't want to. I enjoy taking care of him. I enjoy him just being happy and going to the studio and doing music. I don't want him to worry about the bills, worry about what he got to eat, worry about nothing. That man, all he got to do is bathe child and go do his shows and go to the studio. That is it. The wife takes care of everything else, and I love doing it. And if I don't do it, I would be miserable.
Why do you think you'd be miserable?
Now, let me say this, right? You know what I mean? If you got a woman who's capable of handling this type of thing, you know, I don't knock her for feeling that way. You understand what I'm saying? It's the other things, right? It's the other things that makes it a little bit kind of weird. My thing is that we have to be very cautious as to what we're doing while we're doing it. The scripture says to not give your strength over to a woman. You know, even though you've allowed her to handle these responsibilities, she has to understand her place. And honestly, tell you the truth, this woman, after watching that Breakfast Club interview, she don't know her place. She don't understand how what role to play. Like, she believes that she is an authoritative. She believes that she's stronger than him. She believes that she can manipulate him in any way that she sees fit. You understand what I'm saying? He's not the man running the show. She is the woman who's wearing the pants, right? She's running the show. And it's just kind of what it is. Go out there, you work, you do this, you do that, bring all the money back to me and I'll handle it, right? I'll take care of it. You just go do what you're told to do. That's the type of energy she's given, and that's the type of spirit that comes off of her, right? But let's continue.
Because I want to take care of my man. I don't want nobody else to do it. I want you to pay so-and-so to do this. A chef, I cook for him. I buy his clothes. I do everything. And I want to keep the money at home.
Baby!
I want to keep the money in the bank.
Yes.
I invest. I do great investments. So it's like, the thing is, when you have a man, you want that man to need you, not want you. And Gucci needs me. He can't function without me. And that's what you want in a relationship.
She says that as women.
All right. So she said that you want the man to need you, not to want you, but to need you, literally. Honestly, tell you the truth, if he didn't have money, this would not fly. If he was a normal guy, right, earning just normal wages, that wouldn't fly. A lot of women complain about it. Oh, I don't want to have a man that I gotta be his mama. You get what I'm saying? And what she's effectively talking about, I want to be his mama. I want to be this. Now, everything that she said here, if he entrusts her with that and her in his marriage, and she understands that she is the woman in submission, right? And I'm talking obeying, being obedient to him as her husband, not putting him down, not making him feel like that he's inadequate, then this is it's totally fine. If she's not manipulating him, but she's actively doing all those things, right? Ain't no telling what she's doing with the finances behind closed doors. So I thought that was very interesting. I thought it was very interesting that she said what she said and she presented the information how she presented it. And, you know, my thing is that you can be able to spot a lot of this if you're a man who understands. Now, you got to know that Gucci probably ain't never been taught how to choose and pick a woman. He got hit with fame, right? In the early and in his, I believe, he got hit with fame. He probably didn't have enough opportunities to know what type of woman is a good woman, identifying one. Some men don't know how to identify things, don't know how to just point it out, spot it out, and say, no, I'm cool. You know what I mean? And a lot of times right now, he could be under this MK Ultra spell to where she is performing as his handler. Obviously, this is exactly what's taking place. He don't understand how to spot danger when he sees danger, right? So I want to go into, because Nicki Minaj is somebody who came up with Gucci, under Gucci. Gucci kind of helped her in her career, right, in the beginning before she signed with Young Money. Let's take a listen as to what Nicki had to say in regards to Gucci Mane and his relationship with his wife, Keyshia Ka'oir, Keyshia Ka'oir. And let's take a listen as to what she had to say real quick. All right, let's listen in.
Took everything from him. She can start and stop his life now as she deems fit.
Wow.
He has just relinquished for the world to see all his authority over himself, over his mind, over his music. Now watch what happens next. And the truth of the matter is, as now the intelligent people can see finally.
That is a scary thing when somebody has that much control over your life. Very, very. See, I mean, you got to be totally and completely in trust. Let's continue.
Now you understand why they wanted my husband elsewhere. You see, don't we love how it all comes together? Barbs, do you remember when I kept telling you that the Lord told me they're all about to expose themselves? Every time they throw something at me, it simply exposes them. You understand? That will not stop until they stop. Only one of us here is David. The other is Goliath. And I'll let you figure out who's who.
Interesting.
So, when niggas know that you got a real one by your side that can't be bought off, paid off, they don't like that.
So that's my thing, right? She said that can't be bought off, that can't be paid off, right? And my thing is that understanding the level of control that that Keyshia has over Gucci, and what, of course, somebody who came up in the game with him, who was put on by Gucci, right, or who experienced a level of success, and Gucci Mane helped her with her career, so they must have known each other pretty well, right? And what she's talking about is facts and it's reality. After watching this Breakfast Club interview, it exposed even the more so. And it seems to be very suspicious, right? In regards to the industry and how it moves. I mean, when you think about Tory Lanez, when you think about other individuals who wind up dead or wind up something happening to them, or you think about Kanye West, who's threatened to be heavily medicated, and you think about Gucci Mane now, who honestly is heavily medicated because of the simple fact that he has these episodes. You don't find that suspicious?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
And my thing is this, right? Yes, it's very suspicious. Something's very wrong here, right? Why is it that the men who are melanated men, black men, are being manipulated, controlled, coerced, who are all these things? Why is it that these men are experiencing this, right? Why is it that we have an individual like a Charlie Kirk, who is a Caucasian male, being assassinated in public format, right? In such a cruel way that it was done. And then we have his wife who almost appears to it not even affect her as much. Moving on with life. Seeming like we're ecstatic about it. Not really bothered. And of course, he gets a holiday. He gets a memorial. That only happens when somebody took you out. Think about Martin Luther King. Got a holiday. He got a street named after him, right? And this is per what Candace Owens is also has said. Now, what truly happened? Only the individuals who were directly involved would be able to be honest about that. And then the rest of it is just left up for speculating. Okay, speculating what took place, what was orchestrated, how he was set up. All speculation, though. But I can tell you this much. It most definitely was not what it appeared to be, right? Y'all smell this? Something is not smelling right. Something is definitely an issue here. And honestly, I think we should take a deeper look as to what's truly going on with the situation. I really do. Now, I want to listen in as to another clip as to what Nicki had to say in regards to this interview that Keyshia did and how she observed it, right? Because I think it's important for us to get the full story here. Let's go ahead and listen in as to what was said, all right? Let's get
Instant classic. The bitch said she had allergy, but she figured she would do the show anyway. Do what show anyway? Who would have needed to see or hear you? You see how you gave yourself away? Shut your silly ass down and go and fix that filler. The fuck wrong with you, bitch? Did y'all hear what I said? I was in another screen. Huh? What do I always tell y'all about anybody that will sit up in your face and lie like that? Is a motherfucking fool. Why would you have had to decide if you were still gonna do a show because you got bit by a bee? Bitch, is you fucking, who the fuck you think we was born yesterday, dumb? Why would they have had to talk to you? You see how you just revealed that the show was to talk to you? You see how you just revealed?
Now, when she's talking about this stuff, you listen, she's in the industry. She knows what she's talking about, right? But you know what they're going to do. There's going to be plausible deniability. They're going to deny every single time and double down on those denials, right? They're not going to tell the truth. They're not going to admit the truth. They're not going to allow it to be what the truth truly is, right? And people aren't going to support the truth when she's out here speaking it. A lot of times when you're in an industry like this, you're speaking truth like Kanye, you're standing alone. While they sit there and deny it.
None of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what goes on. Let's continue.
That it was not about Gucci Mane, you silly hoe. Now, I can say a lot of things now. And Miss Deb said she want to get in on the motherfucking action too. But I said, we trying to be nice. Since when, if somebody's spouse, I use that term loosely depending on certain things that since when somebody's spouse gotta do the show? Bitch, if you had a allergic reaction, bitch, why you didn't do your motherfucking self a motherfucking favor and us, bitch, and sit the fuck outside? You are that insecure about your aging face that you have lied to millions of people and said, once you seen how... Notice she ain't say she got bit by a bee or some shit that she had an allergic reaction. Notice she ain't say that prior to that footage coming out. Like she didn't wake up that morning and say, oh shit, my God, y'all, I got this thing by a bee. Or I got an allergic reaction. Blood clot tea. Messy. No, bitch.
That's it.
It was when the footage came out.
I want to know who gave Nicki Minaj a podcast, man. Who gave Nicki Minaj a podcast? Because like, what the hell is going on right now? What is going on right now, man? This is hilarious, man. Yeah. Let's continue.
That she seen her filter didn't come with her outside that day is when the liar got to lying. Holla. Do I got any fucking body in here, bitch? It was when she saw herself that she jumped. Haha, you jumped. It was when she saw.
And not to mention, you can see her face, right? How her makeup is all caked up there. I don't go for women who got on makeup like that. Honestly, tell you the truth. But her makeup, her is that really her face? Is that really how she looks? Because it's her makeup just be caked on like crazy, right? And it's just like, what is going on with you? Like, like, are you well? Because my thing is that you're covering up something and said, like, I guess she looks old. Well, makeup will age you a little bit sooner as well, right? Makeup will age you even more. But my thing is that you're hiding something. You're hiding something underneath that mask you're wearing, right? And it's just, it is what it is.
And you know this, man.
And so my thing is that we know that, of course, Nicki Minaj just shots fire. She is definitely going in on this girl, and a lot of times, when women take this position on somebody like Keyshia, it's because there's something that may be off. You know what I mean? After spending time with Gucci, maybe they severed ties, right? They don't really do music together anymore, so it's like, maybe he severed ties, and maybe that's what the problem is that now she has Gucci Man caught in a snare, all to herself, to where, man, yeah. Let's continue though. Let's continue. Maybe this will be a wake up call, but I'm pretty sure it won't. He feels he needs her. She is the strength in his pillar. Let's continue.
That the filler had stopped filling in. That liar got to doing what the liar is known to best do, bitch.
Damn.
And every day I want you to look in the mirror, y'all, and say, God, remove every liar from my motherfucking face. The bitch is so insecure at her face, simply being her face. You see, not everyone ages like the generous queen, because my light inside, my grace, my peace, my love, my paradox, my conundrum, my truth, my generosity, my humility, my restraint, when I have the power to do so much damage and choose not to. That is why the queen ages gracefully. The queen is queening, and she does that very naturally. The face is the face of grace.
Shut up, bitch!
All right, y'all. So you heard some of the things that she had to say in regards to the situation. I'm sorry, but man, it's a little too a little too much. But she cool though. She cool though. I ain't got no issues with certain people, man. But yeah, I had to play that real quick, man. Get that out the way. I really wanted to bring that forth. Honestly, tell you the truth, there's so many individuals in the industry right now that is practicing EFOB, that's going into these different doctrinal beliefs, right? With those Shun characters and things like that. These deities, these spirits, these false Elohims, these false gods, these false mighty ones, and they're starting to worship them. They start to pay them homage. You know what I mean? They starting to do a lot of this stuff, y'all. And we got to understand what the truth really is, man. I want to, on the way out, because we're going to be landing this plane here very soon. But I want us to listen in on a particular situation and that I thought was very, very, very interesting. You know what I mean? Because when we're dealing with people who are in this particular world, who are doing the things that they're doing, okay, then we have to understand that she can very well fall under that same thing, same category, right? We have to understand that, yes, they've fallen under the same category. Let's take a listen as to what I'm talking about here real quick. Let's go ahead and check this out and see what I'm talking about in regards to worshiping these deities and things like that. Let's go.
She is an Orisha in the Yoruba religion, and she is associated with the sea. And yes, she is a mermaid, and she is the mother of all. And one thing about SZA, she stay repping her. Like, she got her on the back of her shirt. And then this is another image of the back of her shirt and someone saying, "My water sister so proud," because Yemaya is a mermaid and a water spirit. She's celebrated big. Like, she had lots of friends and family over, and they all was just, helping her celebrate in honoring of Yemaya. I'm assuming this is when she got crowned. I'm not sure. But she had this huge, beautiful altar, leaving out all type of fruit, sweets, flowers, candles, anything, in that nature of the sea, like what Yemaya would like, she left out. Here's some more pictures. Like I said, I'm not sure if this was when she first got crowned or this was just the altar, but I'm assuming that. Here's some more pictures. She posted several pictures. She's extremely open about it. Here's her in front of the altar. Here's another picture of her saying, "Another year having Yemaya." But this specific Orisha is known to be very protective over women. She is often believed to have healing and cleansing properties. But yeah, I'm not sure when she officially crowned or when she got into this, but she's made several posts, for a while about Yemaya and posted several pictures just symbolizing her. But yeah, I don't know if she's into.
I'm not too sure as to what the crowning is all about. I'd have to do more research into that as to what the crowning is and do a little bit more of a background on this particular EFOB type of faith belief, right? Because that it's a threat regardless. You know what I mean? And we need to understand what these people are truly doing. But I'm not 100% familiar with crowning, but it's spoken about often. Let's go.
Ifa, Santeria, or what, but all I know is she's crowned Yemaya, and that is her Orisha, and she's just off. Let's talk about Kalani and how she's crowned Oshun. Now, if you're not familiar with Oshun, she is the river goddess who is associated with the Yoruba religion in West Africa. And
so I guess it's like a devotion, right? How, of course, in the faith, you do devotionals, maybe devoted to this particular deity as a child of that deity. You know what I'm saying? But I got to do more deep dives into crowning into these things as to why they would do it, right? And you see one of the tattoos she has is of I forgot the woman's name, but yeah, she's got a woman tattooed on here. Man, I'm trying to remember. Fuji's, the Fuji's, right? Is it the Fuji's? Man, all right, let's continue though. Y'all know who that is, man. Go ahead, put it in the comment section below. I forgot her name. Put it in the comment section below. Who's this woman right here that Kalani got tattooed on her? All right, let's go.
Nigeria. And she is a very popular river goddess who is said to be the goddess of creation, fertility, love, and motherhood, and just so much more. And singer and songwriter Kalani is crowned Oshun, which means that is her personal Orisha. And she is extremely open about her spirituality and how she just adores Oshun. And she's even made several posts showing her beautiful altars and all the things that she left for her. If you know, Oshun's color is yellow and gold. So that's why you see a bunch of like yellow and orange fruits and lots of sunflowers. She loves that. And Kalani openly talks about how Oshun changed her life. And she made a post not too long ago saying, "My journey has been full of highs and lows." She also said in that post, "I don't know who needs."
So also, of course, Beyonce worships Oshun. Okay. Beyonce worships Oshun. All right, let's continue.
To hear this, but the only thing that you need to become is your best self. There's no gain of superpower or imaginary status. The flicks in Oshun made me strong. She made me joyous. She taught me motherhood. And she made me honest and accountable and passionate. And she gave me family. And she said, "I'm honored to be yours. Thank you for sticking by me through every storm. And may every tongue that rises against you continue to fall. I love you more than a paragraph could even explain." So that was her, you know, basically when she just got crowned, posting her altar and all her beautiful pictures, talking to Oshun and how she appreciates her. And this is also some pictures of, you know, whenever she was doing the crowning with her family and friends. And there's also a video that y'all can look up of her at the river talking to Oshun, basically saying that that was her first time going to the river since she's been, you know, crowned in, and how she was extremely emotional because Oshun just basically changed her life, and how she is the reason she has joy. She is the reason she is happy. Just basically expressing her whole committed love to Oshun. And a lot of people brought to my attention whenever I made my video discussing Summer Walker and how she's crowned Oshun, that it seemed like a lot of celebrities is crowned her. Because you gotta think, Oshun is all glitz and glam and beauty and just seductive. And then you got these beautiful, amazing, you know, singer and songwriters. So I don't think that that's weird that Oshun chose them. And when I say chose, it's deeper than just, you know, ooh, I want to be crowned Oshun or Yemaya. It's different. Like, it's something you have to go through and they have to choose you. So it makes sense that, you know, all these amazing singers and songwriters are crowned Oshun. And Queen Bee is also Oshun as well, too. But it is said that Oshun gives all her people that worships her amazing things. And when I say many people worship these Orishas all over the world, it's an Afro-Cuban religion. It's very popular in Nigeria. Like, she's very popular.
And it's growing in popularity, y'all. Growing. Let's go.
Popular. She's one of the most popular Orishas there is. Cardi B just commented under my video basically confirming that her Orisha is Ochosi. Let's talk about it. First of all, I'm very excited about this because that means that I was correct, right? Because she left his colors that he represents in the comments with the hearts. So I thought I would talk a little bit more about Ochosi because I feel like a lot of people don't really know much about him, or he's not talked about as much as the rest of the more popular Orishas, but he's still a very popular Orisha as well. So Ochosi represents the power of hunting, the pursuit of justice, and the importance of ethical conduct, achieving one's goals. So he is a skilled hunter, often depicted with a bow and arrow, symbolizing his precision and aim because he don't ever miss. His colors is blue and amber, like the hearts, Cardi. But it is said that he always hits his mark, and he just don't play when it comes to anything in the justice system. Some offerings you can leave Ochosi is basically like bow and arrows, hunting tools, fruits and vegetables, different candles, and all that good stuff that basically, you know, symbolizes.
I called my mom the other day to pray over me and my baby because I feel like a lot of weirdness has been coming out from people and women and all this stuff ever since I announced that I was pregnant. And it's funny because I know that y'all knew that I was pregnant because clearly everybody kind of figured that I was. But the negativity and the weirdness that people are bringing and putting, I told my mom, like, please pray for me and for the Lord to cover me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I got my Babalaos and everything. And of course, people pray for me all the time. But like, there's nothing like I personally believe nothing is as powerful as a mother's prayer. So I tell her to pray for me and pray for my baby because I feel like it's just like a lot of dark energy, and like when I say a lot of dark energy, there's a lot of weird bitches that like will wish you weird shit on your kid, like stillbirth, death,
Wow.
slowness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I feel like I feel that energy.
Part 2 of celebrities that practice Yoruba culture, whether it's Ifa, Asheshe, or Lukumi. First, we got Playboy Cardi. Nobody be knowing about this. I had to pull this out. Yeah, we don't know if he crowned, and we don't know who he's a child of. Then we got Forrest Whitaker. And I actually asked the person who's in the picture with him who he's a child of. And he's a child of Shango. He's a Babalawo. This was definitely a requested one. Then we got my boy Lil Gotti. If y'all know who he is, y'all know who he is. He is an Ifa. I don't know if he's a Babalawo or not. I believe he passed. He killed himself, sadly. R.I.P. to him. Now we got my boy Jay Versace. If y'all on TikTok in the spiritual community, y'all been new to this. This is someone that is well respected in the community. We all know, bro. We all fuck with, bro. Then we got my girl Jennifer Lopez. I don't know if she's crowned or not. I don't know who she's a child of, but it is confirmed she practiced, and I know this. Last but not least, we got Bad Bunny. We know he practiced leukemia, but we don't know who he is a child of, or if he's crowned or not.
Man, E5 don't make no mistake, bro.
What's E5?
A lot of people practice it like Señoria or Beyonce practice E5. She a child of Ocean.
Have you ever spoken with the dead?
Yeah, I feed them all the time. I take care of them because they take care of me every day.
Michael B.
Let's think about that for a minute. He said he feeds them. He feeds them. What are you feeding them, sir? What are you feeding them? You feed them what exactly? Do you feed them souls? What are you feeding them? Because he said that he feeds them. Let's go back just to such so you can see this guy who's talking about he feeds them. Right? So he says he feeds them. Right? I'm sorry, but that's something that is very, very, very suspicious.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Something's wrong with that. Something's very wrong with this.
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Thing is this, y'all. What are you feeding them, sir? When you think about zombies, they got to feed on life, right? Are you feeding them life? And we all know about Michael B. Jordan, of course, and what he, you know what I mean? He practices it as well, right? So we don't even got to go into that. But my thing is that you guys tell me what you think in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Do you think that this right here is a real problem? Is this what they've been practicing for all these years? This is an African culture. Listen, anybody who practices Ifa or anything like that, if you come across this video, man, let me know what's going on. Do you believe that Gucci man is being handled? That's it. His wife's his handler. She's the one who's in control. Do you believe that she's practicing Ifa on him? That she is literally rooting him, right? And performing Setteria, Ifa, something like that to control him, manipulate him, things like that. Not only that, he takes pharmaceuticals. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But of course, always, don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe, and holler back at your boy. We'll see you guys first day. We're going to do a live stream a bit earlier. I might have to go in on Saturday night. So Sabbath night, I might have to go in on that night because I have an event to cover on first day on Sunday. I'm probably going to let you guys know what event that is, let you guys see a little bit of what I'm doing as well. But I won't be able to go at 5 as when I typically do. So be on the lookout for that. All right. And like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Holler back at your boy. Don't forget to share this with others as well who need to hear this message. And we'll see you in the next video. All right. Peace and shalom, shalom.